Hello, I'm entitling this part six because one through five, there's something I didn't mention. Maybe if I get this one more thing mentioned, I could dump this series with part six. What do you think? The deconversion story is all about me as a Christian reading the Bible. And I decided unbelief. Even in my unbelief, I still read a Bible to really know what I did not believe in. I'm still doing the dumb fuck shit today that I'm reading out of a book I don't believe in at all. What could get me to complete this series and say part six, fuck you, I'm out, let's do something else? This shit that I do not endorse this book or advocate to use the words of this book. I'm an atheist. I use this book as a weapon against itself. It's all evil. It's all lies. I'm capital NOT. I'm not a pastor. I'm an activist against this evil, despicable book. Now, why the chant? It sounds like you're religious, Mo. That sounds like a religious chant when I do that. But let me point out what the intro really means. The intro really means is invented in my head, and I said, I do not endorse this book. That means I'm not anything I read out of here. Not gonna say, hey, it's okay to do that. I do not endorse this book or advocate the use of the words of this book. Again, I advocate the use of the words of this book, meaning that if I'm reading something about infanticide, rape, and slavery, and other kinds of injustices and evil cruelties and violences and stuff, that I'm not telling you to do so yourself. I do not endorse this book or advocate the use of the words of this book. I'm an atheist. I mentioned that I'm an atheist because I'm not new to video. I've done video for like 4 years. I first started out doing anti-theist videos that I made some friends in atheist groups on Facebook that I'd share my videos over to their Facebook group, which is an atheist Facebook group. And they see me open this shit up and start reading from it, and they think, who's this whack job Christian coming into our group? Let's get rid of him. But I'm actually an atheist, anti-theist. So, I do not endorse this book or advocate to use the words of this book. I'm an atheist. I use this book as a weapon against itself, meaning there's tens of thousands of contradictions and thousands of inconsistencies that I can go through. I use this book as a weapon against itself. It's all evil, it's all lies. All evil, all lies. There's thousands of references to cruelties and violence. And when I say all lies, it means that I still told you there's tens of thousands of contradictions and thousands of inconsistencies. I do not endorse this book or advocate to use the words of this book. I'm an atheist. I use this book as a weapon against self. It's all evil. It's all lies. I'm capital NOT. I am not a pastor. I am an activist against this evil, despicable book. I'm not someone who's proclaiming this is a good book. It's a fucking evil book, like I still said in my intro. It's despicable, evil, and lies. Said, I'm not a pastor. I'm an activist against this evil, despicable book. I think I completed my intro, didn't I do not endorse this book or advocate the use towards this book. I'm an atheist. I use this book as a weapon against self. It's evil. It's all lies. I'm Kevin Long. Once again, I'm not a pastor. I'm an activist against this evil, despicable book, which was my own invented words in my own mind that I created that for myself. Let me give you my warnings before I go on that I'm a smoker and I'm gonna cuss, I'm gonna make fun of your religion. If you're someone who's gonna go and give me a hard time in my chat reply, you're gonna be blocked and deleted. So I want successful videos. If you're a Christian, you want to question me for me to answer, I'd rather you wait till the live is done and then go below. If you dislike me, go ahead, say dislike. Tell me below why you dislike me. If you like me and you want to subscribe, go on, go. Good. So, a review of my previous videos is Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. If you're a Christian, a believer in this, Genesis 1, in the beginning, there's a beginning. I mean, there's nothing before that, right? In the beginning, God, all of a sudden this name God pops up, God, as if you're supposed to fucking know what he's talking about. Hey, I'm God. All of a sudden, poof, hey, I'm God. And you're writing this shit, and this is before anyone was created. What are you doing? Talking to yourself? In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. But I just stop there. That I made many contradiction videos just on that one verse. Skip over that. The main highlight of one of the verses of the series, and God saw everything that he had made, and behold, he saw it was very good. We went to the very first verse of Genesis. The very last verse, 131, says, and God saw everything that he had made, and he saw that it was very good. Genesis chapter 2, 1 and 2 says, hey, remember I said 6 days? I saw it's all good. Let me take a nap or rest up for day 7. Because it's all good. But hey, if it was all good at 131, you could have stopped your writings in your book. You know what I mean? It was all good. Case closed. Let's wrap it up. And hey, Genesis 131 completed creation and it's all good. But why did you linger around to write more shit? The world would have been a perfect place if you would have just ended it at it was all good. What happens 5 chapters later after it's all good? Genesis Genesis 1:31, it's all good. Creation 6 days, it's all good. Everything's perfect, flawless. 2:1 and 2:2 from Genesis. Yeah, I saw it's all good in the 6 days back there in 1:31. I'm gonna take a nap for a whole day. It was all good, and I rested. Hey, let's put the pen down. No more writing anymore. The world would have been a perfect place if he would have just stopped right there. But no, he had to go and write Genesis 2, 3, 4, 5, and he decided to write 6. 6, 5. If we would have just left it alone over there where he said it was all good, Genesis 6, verse 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. 6, verse 6. That was 6, 5. How about 6, 6? And it repenteth the Lord that he made man on earth, and it grieved him at his heart. But I saw it was all good. I saw it was all good and perfect and flawless right there, 1:31. And 6, 6. 6, 5 and 6, 6. You're evil and you're wicked, and I regret it that I even made you. Verse 7. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I created on the face of the earth. The face of the earth is another big, giant, dumb absurdities video about how there's 200 references about a flat earth. And the Lord said, I'll destroy man whom I created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and creeping thing and the fowls of the air. For it repenteth me that I have made them. Shoo! I had such a tickling in my nose. I was holding it in that I had to sneeze. I saw that it was all good, 1:31. It's a 6-day creation. It's all good. Genesis 2, 1 and 2 says, hey, I saw that I did it all good in 6 days, 1:31. I'm going to take a nap for a day, and because it's all good. You could have ended the book right there, but then you had to go and create Genesis 6, 5, 6, and 7. That's totally fucking evil shit. He says, they're all evil, and I regret it making them, and fuck them. Okay, I saw that it was all good in 1:31. I created it in 6 days. 1:31. Saw that it was all good. Genesis 2, 1 and 2 says, I wanted to rest up. Look at all the work that I did. But Mo did a lot less work. He actually made a video with under an hour about all the contradictions about what the creation is. I saw that it was all good on the 6th day. It's all perfect and flawless. Everything's complete and good. Then I had a writer write Genesis 6, 5, 6, and 7 is all fucked up. Because I regretted making you and I'm going to kill most all of you. Genesis 6. I saw that it was all good in 131, then Genesis 6. Verse 7, and the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping things and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I had made them. But Noah, you found grace and favor, Noah. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah. Special Noah and special Jackoff family made the cut. Everyone else, you're gonna fucking die. Everyone. And then they just have a few selective animals that are also gonna reproduce incestually, just like I got the special incest family right here that's gonna produce more of the human race now. But I saw that it was all good in 131. 1 and 2. I'm going to take a nap because that 6 days is over with. It's all done and perfect. Genesis chapter 7, verse 21. And all flesh died that moved upon the earth, both of fowl and of cattle, every beast and every creeping thing that creepeth on the earth, and every man, all in whose nostrils had the breath of life, all of that was on the dry land died. I saw that it was all good and all perfect, all well. The 6-day creation right there. The 7th day, I'm going to take a nap because it's all good, that 6-day creation. But then something goes fucking wrong in Genesis 6 and 7. That, hey, I created them, they're all good, but then they became wicked and evil, and I wanted to kill them all. But Genesis chapter 8, verse 21. So, and the Lord smelled the sweet savor. And the Lord said in his heart, I don't use the brain, I talk in my heart. I smelled sweet savor. That when they got off the ark, they burned these animal sacrifices shit. And bacon. I smelled the sweet Savior. And the Lord said in his heart, because he's too dumb to think with his brain, I will not again curse the ground anymore. 8:27, 8:21, Genesis says, I will not curse the ground anymore. For man's sake, like I really care about you. For the imaginations of the man's heart is evil from his youth. There you go again. I'm not thinking with the brain. It's all in my heart. There. Neither will I again smite any more every living thing as I have done. No, you go to the very last chapter, the very last verse of the Old Testament. I will never again ever destroy anyone. I will not smite the land anymore, and I won't destroy anyone anymore. But when you go to Malachi 4:6, last verse of the Old Testament says, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers. Lest he says, I will smite the earth with a curse. I'm not going to do it anymore. 8:21 of Genesis. But I did do it. I'm going to smite the earth with a curse in Malachi 4:6. Done. If you're a Christian and you viewed through all this, hey, hooray, good for you. If you're an atheist and appreciated this, yay, good for you. Even if I'm not doing anything, even if you don't like me, I still got this document that says, I want you to dump your religion